In the first video, we talked about classes and objects. We declared fields and occasionally dealt with the toString method, and of course created a new object right here. But in order to create a new object, the constructor is called. And constructors is what we're going to be focusing on in this video. We're going to have chapter 2 now, so we can just create a new class here. Let's go ahead and create a new class with the properties. So here we go. Let's just say we have a shape right here. So we have let's just say we have polygon. Yeah, polygon. So here we go. We have private int. We have not private. We have int on num sides. We have the number of sides, and then of course we have the area. So double area. And then of course, in order to find the, and then of course right here the area is it just determines the length. We don't need a side length here, although this would be a good addition. So additionally, we're going to do a string color here, because I mean not all shapes are white or colorless. Okay, and here we go. We have our fields ready. Now let's define our toString method. We say public string toString, and you see this override feature. And like the last video, we cannot reduce the visibility, so we have to keep this public. So we're going to return the number of sides plus, and then of course sides plus, and then we have semicolon \n area and plus, hold on, I think I should do this dot area, it's just on sides, and this dot area, and then plus semicolon \n color colon plus this dot color. Here we go. And of course we can just use our main method to test this. Alright, we're gonna create a new polygon object. Polygon p1 equals new polygon. And of course, actually we didn't run anything, we didn't put anything here. We didn't actually put anything, so we should just display p1, and then we should be left with all of these right here. So unfortunately, we got the number of sides as 0, and the area is 0.0, and the color is null. And that is basically their default values, because we forgot to assign values to each of these fields. So there are two ways we can do this. So of course, we want to be able to be flexible with setting our dimensions here, and that is where constructors are useful. If you know about methods take in parameters, and of course you can take in parameters and store those values into the fields above. So in order to create a constructor, so we do public, for now we're just going to do public polygon, and basically the name of the class right here. So right here, we're just going to keep it right there. So we're just going to comment this default polygon, actually a sample. This will be a sample polygon, so the num sides would be 5, and then we got the area is 78.2. The color is red, but it should be a string. Here we go. The color should be a string then. And now of course we have another constructor, public polygon, and then of course we have to worry about adding parameters right here. We don't want two constructors with the same number of parameters. We can actually reduce this problem, or actually get rid of the problem, by overloading these methods. So int numSize double area and then string color. Here we go. And then we just do this dot numSize equals numSize, because again this dot numSize refers to the variable. And then of course we have this dot area equals area, and this dot color equals color. Here we go. So now we could just go on and run this. Remember, this is invoking the no argument constructor. So we got 5 as a number of sides, the area as 78.2, and the color as red. So actually, we can just add in our custom settings. So we got numSize 6, we want this to be hexagon, and then we have the area, that's 642.9, and then we have a color, which is yellow. And IntelliJ provides us with these fields. We're going to run this again, and of course we got all of these parameters. So essentially we can still display all the separate variables now. So if we print out the area, we get 642.9. So there we go. And we did this in the last video too. So that is a few ways to create constructors. In summary, constructors are used to assign values to an object. It's basically like assigning value to a variable. You're basically using constructor as a way of assigning an object to a variable involving an object right here. So anyway, that should be it on constructors. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video where we will talk about making your code more safer with modifiers and encapsulation.